Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon and our continued coverage of Descent Legends of the Dark. Today we're just going to be taking a quick look at how I have gone about storing my game for now. Everything is in this upper box except for the scenery, but I did implement a few things to help keep the scenery well managed too. So let's go ahead and take a look here. It's really only 2 or 3 things that you will need to buy, and you could have a storage solution that works for probably under $10. All right. So right off the bat here, we have, you can see all of my tiles, map tiles, I guess you could say dungeon tiles, are sitting on top. Unfortunately, this appears to be the best way to do it. There are enough large pieces that finding something to fit in this space to contain them in really just didn't work. I was still left with like 3 or 4 that had to sit outside some sort of box. But I haven't given up hope yet. I'm going to see if maybe I can find like an open box, just like a little wooden box or something like that. But if I come across something, I'll certainly let you guys know. But for now, they're all just sitting on top here. It works. This was how I ended up storing my Gloomhaven game, because there were so many kind of odd-shaped map tiles. Basically layered everything so there's a nice flat layer, and then just kind of Tetrised everything together. So all the map tiles are right here. Then this is one of my Craftmate unlockables, not mine, but I get these from Michael's. You can find them at most craft and hobby stores. What's really nice about this is that there is exactly the right number of slots for all of the tokens in the game. So you can see plenty of room for all of these. Fatigue is full, but it's not, so full that you can't reach in there and easily grab them out. And down the road, if they come out with expansions, which I'm assuming they will for this game, you could easily combine like the blue and the yellow and the green and the purple. Still be able to easily pick them out one at a time, but that would there's room for expansion material in this, and this fits perfectly. They always do in these Fantasy Flight boxes right here. And also, but you can see it holds the map tiles in to keep them from really sliding around. So let's pull this out. That's pretty self-explanatory. You can also see that it is pretty much the size of this miniature box of the large boss guy. So what I have done here specifically is put the manuals on the bottom. That way I can reach in here and get a hold of the manuals and actually use them to help me pull this whole thing out. So now I've got all of the map tiles in place. I can easily set them off to the side, dropping one. But now I have easily gotten the map tiles out, and I have access to the rest of the game. Pretty much from here on out, it's very self-explanatory. Just everything else fits with the storage solution, the little storage shelf included from Fantasy Flight. So you can see here that I've got the big cards laid down here on the bottom underneath. These health tracker tokens stacked 2 by 2, and then the cards left in their baggies. It works. If you were going to get a deck box, it would be too high. So keeping these separated out into their individual skill cards, weapons and item cards and consumables, things like that, it all works, and it just sits nicely here. And once you pull the miniatures out, you could easily just set this off to the side and only pull stuff out as you need. All right, so that, again, really the only thing you need to purchase, and these are about $4 at Michael's, and if you use a coupon it's even cheaper, is that, and you're getting the top half of your game organized. So let's look and see what I did here down below. If we pull off this box, and basically I just threw in some containers here to help keep everything organized so that I can quickly pull stuff out, and also it's not going to be as much to get it back in. So what I have here, this is a 4x6 photo holder, plastic photo case holder. You can get these just about anywhere, Walmart, Target, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. But 4x6 size perfectly holds all of the pillars, both tall and small. So you can see that they're not being crushed or anything. They all fit in there. There's a little bit of wiggle room, but other than that, basically I can pull these out, and if there's not a ton of scenery in one of the scenarios, this is all I need to pull out right here. So I've got those all in there. This guy really just didn't quite fit, but also putting him there is going to keep this from ever sliding around and knocking into my dragon statue. Obviously, the dragon statue and the trees are the most difficult things to store in the game. So what I have done, the other archway, is just sitting up right here along this side. I've got my 4 sets of stairs. They stack real nicely like this together to create just something that doesn't take up a lot of space. And then really it's just the dragon statue and the trees out here. Then in this, this is actually a children's size shoebox, but I picked this up from the Container Store, and it's meant to be reusable, and it's clear so you can see the shoes, but for me, I love it so that I can see what's inside. It's very inconspicuous, but really all you need is a child's size shoebox. So any of you that have children, or if you have a neighbor that has a child, and they're getting ready to go to school and get new school shoes, save their shoebox. So you can see there is a little bit of wiggle room over here. You could get a slightly bigger one, but I'll put a link to this particular one if you want to purchase it below. It's actually, you know, just a really perfect size to fit. You can see in here I've got my bookshelves, my doors, my barricades, my well, everything. Really the only thing I had to double up was the lectern and the cauldron above my tables, and I could probably even maybe even take my cauldron and, no, but I could stick it like that. Or maybe the lectern down the side. But really everything, you know, is just kind of in there. Now what I could do here, I believe, is maybe, no, see, I don't think that's going to work. The trees and the dragon statue are obviously the most organic of the items. But what this enables me to do, that say, for example, I am going to be playing a lot of scenarios in a row, I can just pull this out, set it off to the side. Or if I need this box to be part of the scenery, you know, I'm not spending 20 minutes pulling out all these individual things. I literally spent 2 seconds and all of this stuff is now out of the way. Again, a child-size shoebox can do the trick. And then really, we've got our trees just kind of organically piled in there. And I have not glued anything together, but the dragon statue without the wings, so keeping the wings not glued, you can see here this came off as jawbone. You're going to want to glue this statue together, except for the wings. These can easily be thrown on. So unless you're planning on storing the dragon statue on a shelf somewhere, I highly recommend leaving the wings off. Just slap them on when you actually need it for scenery. Other than that, this becomes much less of a pain. It's still kind of a pain to store in here, but you can see he just kind of sits up here like this. Works better if you put this box in first. Put that in there like that first. That helped a little bit. And then, no, it didn't. And so there we go. That is how I have decided to store my scenery. Again, it all fits inside this box, but it's very quick and easy to pull out. Especially say I'm just setting up a scenario, I'm always going to pull these out. I'm probably always going to pull my stairs out. So let's put these back in first here. These go in. Oh, they were staggered a little bit. That's helped. All right, so once you've created your little box here, then your dragon statue can go in. There we go. So he's laid down there. He's pretty well protected. And then I just kind of dumped the trees organically on top of him there. And there you go. Again, once he's glued up, he really won't go anywhere. Everything in here is very lightweight, so I'm not too concerned about things getting crushed. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is my storage solution. Here we can actually go ahead and put it all back together real quick, so you can see how quickly it would be to get your game put away. Alright, so slap this on top of there. And then remember, actually, you probably want to put these in first. You will have to spend a little bit of time. I guess you don't have to spend a little bit of time getting all of these to fit nicely together, but I did. I took the time. It's basically like playing Tetris, but this way everything's nice and flat, but there's still plenty of room. So if I had not set these up perfectly, everything would still fit in there. Here's the one piece I dropped. And there you go. So again, there's more room for tiles. There's more room for tokens in here. You could even probably squeeze some minis or some new scenery in the box below. So depending on what kind of expansion material they come out with this game, this storage solution is going to handle that as well. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is it for today. Just a quick video. Again, if you're looking to pick up any of the items I featured in this storage solution, look in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this, including a playthrough of Descent Legends of the Dark, I'm not going to do the first scenario because I'm sure plenty of people will be either posting that scenario or already have. So we're going to get a few scenarios in and then show you what some more advanced play is like. We'll also do a video of kind of the in-between the village phase, and then I'll give you my full and honest review. So if you want to be involved in those, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop them on YouTube. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.